Hello and welcome to another Matlab tutorial. In this tutorial I'll teach you how to read and write a file in Matlab. So for this example I'll use this file that I named example.txt, and to start this tutorial I'll start by showing you how to read this file I've written. So first of all I'll need to open the file, and to do that I'll use the command fopen. And here I'll type the name of the file, so example.txt, comma, and this next argument will be the permission I will give to that file. So I'll just want to read the file, so I'll add the argument r for reading. And then in the beginning I'll store the file ID, and this variable will be the variable that will always refer to this file I've opened. Now to get the first line of the file I want to open, I'll use the command fgetl, and inside of here I'll use file ID. So this will output the line, and I'll store it in the variable line as a string. Now say I want to see what's in that line on the command window, so I'll type disp of line. And now when I'm done doing whatever I want to do with the file I've just opened, it is always good practice to close the file at the end so it won't be opened anymore in Matlab. And to do that I'll just type fclose of file ID. Now let's save this and let's resume what this script does. So first of all, he opens the file with the reading permission. He will then get the first line, so just one line of the file, the first one. It will display on the command window what's in that line, and then it will close the file. So let's run the script, and I've just run it, and this is what was written in the first line. So this is the text I've added there. Now say I want to read the file until the end. So I don't know exactly how many lines I have in this file. I can do this by typing while true, and here I'll put an end, and I need to stop this while cycle. And one thing about this fgetl function is that it will give me the value -1 whenever it runs out of new lines. So to break this cycle, I'll type if line. First of all, I don't want to display the -1, so I'll type it here. So if line equal -1 and break. So whenever the file runs out of new lines, the line variable will be -1, and if that line variable is not -1, it will break the cycle. So let's run it, and as you can see, this is what we got before in the first line, and this is the second line, and then it stopped. So this means that the file had only just 2 lines. And indeed, if we look at the example.txt, this is exactly what we have. I've just explained you how to read a file in Matlab, and now I'll teach you how to write a file in Matlab. So I should start with the same command, so file ID will be equal to fopen, and here I'll type the name of the file I want to open or create, and I'll create that file as example2.txt, and here I'll put the permission again. However, as I want to write the file, I will use the permission w. With this permission I could also read the file, but this also allows me to write on that file. Now, to write on the file, I should use the command fprintf, and as the first argument I'll have to specify on which file I want to write, And the second argument will be the file's first line. Let's say this is the first line of the file. And whenever I use \n, it will create and go to the next line. And you should always, as I said before, close the file at the end. So fclose of file ID. I'll run the script again. And let's see what's happened to the example2.txt. So I'll go on my directory and open this file. And as you can see, it created me a file with this on the first line. And also it started the second line, however, it has nothing on it. So I could do the same for the second line. So let's type another fprintf. And I'll put here second line. I'll save it and let's run it again. And as you can see, now it has two lines. This is the second line, which is what I have here. And this is the first line, which is what I had before. To give you an example on how you can store variables that you have in your workspace in whatever file you want, I've written the following script. So let's first analyze the script. So the first line will open the example2.txt file with the writing permission and will store the file ID in the variable file ID. I've then added a vector to show you this example. And this will be the vector I want to store in this file. Then I have a for cycle for I equals to 1 to the length of the vector. And for each cycle, I'll write a new line that contains the index of the vector and the corresponding vector value. And for each line, I'll write this. These codes here represent that I want to write integer values. So %d is the code for an integer. I have also %d here, as the v vector is an integer vector. So every element is an integer. There are many more codes like these on the MathWorks website. I'll post the link to the fprintf function below. Let's run this file and see what the output is like. So I've just run it and let's see what it has written. As you can see, this will be the output of the file. So it tells me that in position 3 there is the number 2, in position 5 there is the 757, and so on. So this is it. This is everything I wanted to talk about on how to read and write files in Matlab. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and hopefully I'll see you in another one.